Of all interesting people here at Fort Morgan High School, one stands above all. Call him Big Cat, call him Smiles, but whatever you call him, Scotty B holds a spot here in our school.
What do you do on your free time?
I go and play some basketball, some baseball, Xbox occasionally, hang out with friends.
What are you planning on doing after high school?
I don't have any plans yet, but I'm sure some will come up soon.
We searched Fort Morgan High School for opinions on Scotty B.
Christian, what do you think about Scott Baker?
Beautiful. When I think of Scott Baker, I think about perfection. He's a cool cat.
What a guy. Watch out, you may be featured next.
Have you ever wondered about a particular teacher and what they do outside of school? Well, Tori Moon has spent time with Mr. Hartwig, a history teacher here at Fort Morgan High School, and has found out who he really is.
Okay, I went to Berthoud High School, graduated in 1995. My favorite subject was earth science in high school. My least favorite was actually U.S. history. And the difference between Berthoud High School and Fort Morgan High School is that I think we have a lot more educated teachers here. Less traditional ways of teaching. I participated in freshman football and jazz band my junior and halfway through my senior year. When I was a senior, I also participated in coaching Little League football, flag football for the city of Berthoud. When I was in high school, there was a lot more freedom, a lot less focus on education. The high school experience was just completely different. I became a teacher mainly because I wanted a degree in history, and there's only a few things you could do with it. One option was working in a museum, working with primary sources, records, and that seemed really boring, so I decided to go into teaching. After high school, I started out at Front Range Community College up in Fort Collins, and I ended up going there off and on because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. After high school, I really didn't want to go to school. I was kind of sick and tired of going to class and everything. But I tried it, and like I said, I took some time off between semesters. I ended up determining that if I was to get a decent job, I did have to go to college. So I went back to Front Range. I ended up transferring up to the University of Northern Colorado.
Now you know a little bit about Mr. Hartwig's life and his persona.
Every November, Fort Morgan High School's FBLA holds a Christmas bazaar. This year, they have many vendors and different forms of entertainment. Let's check it out.
FBLA members are busy at work at the annual Christmas bazaar. Each year, many different vendors participate in selling their goods throughout the day.
We have a lot of variety this year. Anything from homemade quilts, clothes, to amazing wood products, chairs, jewelry boxes, many different types of jewelries, food, you name it, and people can find it at the Christmas. Around $3,000 to $4,000, and then on top of that, we actually make enough to where we can start donating boxes of canned food to Caring Ministries as well.
With lots of things to do and see, be sure to make it over to the Christmas Bazaar on November 13th.
With lots of things to do and see, the Christmas Bazaar has something for everyone.
Emailing, texting, tweeting, uploading, and updating statuses are some of the only ways our generation keeps in touch anymore. Facebook has come to be the fad of the year and recently even jumped onto the big screen.
A young, talented, upcoming photographer named Jessica Buckley knows the true power of the social network. She is one of millions of small business owners that use Facebook to publicize their services and work or extend their client base enormously. When she first started up her Facebook, she figured she'd keep in touch with her friends and nothing more. Shortly after her Facebook was being used mainly for socializing, she decided to post her own photography in an album on her page. People were amazed with her work and began asking her to take their picture. This was a big step for Jessica's confidence. Perfect strangers came across her work and were asking to be in one of her photo shoots. These photo shoots helped Jessica make money to buy equipment and build a portfolio. Her extremely esteemed portfolio will contribute to her career in fashion photography that she plans to pursue in the Big Apple. Before Facebook, Jessica Buckley's love for photography was a hobby that very few people were aware of. After Facebook, her hobby has taken off into a very realistic and successful career.
Facebook is much more than just a site than keeping up with your friends. Enlarging your client base and expanding your career horizon is only two of the many universal uses this site is unleashing upon the world.
Substitute teachers play a large role in the running of a school. Here at Fort Morgan High School, we have many teachers we have all come to know and love.
We asked some of our most frequently seen subs, Miss Luce and Mr. Wrigley, a few questions about being a substitute.
My favorite thing about being a substitute would be to see all of your bright, smiling faces every day.
Because I enjoy working with people and sharing my knowledge with other people.
The hardest thing about being a substitute for me is having to move every day from subject to subject.
Be sure to thank all the substitutes around the school.
Thank you to all the subs for all you do.
Every fall, the drama department puts on the annual musical, and this year they are putting on The Wedding Singer. Here's a backstage look.
This year's musical is The Wedding Singer. It is based off of the Adam Sandler movie. I'm sure most people have seen it. If not,
rent it.
But it's kind of a boy meets girl story, but girl is already engaged, so boy is kind of out of luck.
Choreography in the musical is coming out great. We've spent many hours working on it.
I'm Mr. Howe. You may know me from such musicals as Little Shop of Horrors last year. This year I'm directing the pit for The Wedding Singer. It's going really well. We have some great musicians, so I don't really have to tell them what to do much, and they play a lot to cover me up, so it's great.
I'm Matthew Hoffman. I play lead guitar in the musical. So far, the rehearsals are going all right. I feel like we've made a lot of progress for the amount of practice time that we've had, and it's sounding great so far.
We're making a lot of vast improvements since we first started, which is insane because we have so many scene changes and just different numbers in this show, more so than we've ever had before.
Be sure to come see The Wedding Singer November 18th and 19th at 7 and November 20th at 2 and 7 in the auditorium.
Shapiro family, I said amen. Ooh, ooh,
Be sure to come and check out the finished project on November 18th, 19th, and 20th in the auditorium. You won't be disappointed. This year's art club is a strong group of students who have a different way of expressing themselves. Let's take a look at what they've been up to the past few weeks.
Right now in art club we are working for the Christmas bazaar. We've already made all the jewelry, got the coloring book done, we're going to have food there.
A lot of things inspired me to do art, like
Are you
several
painting this face like
different
a starter?
favorite artists and just like watching others.
I was inspired to do art by, well, one, anime.
Art is a way of life. Yes, it is. Art is expressing yourself not only through drawing, but the way you dress and even music sometimes.
I think of art as a means of self-expression.
Well, to me, art means like a way of getting away. Like, say I'm in a bad mood or something, like I'll draw or I'll paint something, and it's like kind of venting.
It all goes back to the first kiss. It was the one I thought I'd never miss.
And that was the art club, the winners of this year's Haunted Hallways. If you would like to join them, you can always become a member at the beginning of the next semester. And make sure to support their fundraisers. Thanks for watching. This is Trent Westover
and Raquel Marquez
signing off.
Remember to check out our website and add us as a friend on Facebook.